Good morning, children. In the previous class, we have completed the topics the Himalayas and the Indo-Gangetic Plains of physical features of India. Out of 6 physical features, we have completed 2. Today, we are going to learn about the Indian Peninsular Plateau and the Thar Desert and the coastal plains and the islands. Let's learn about the Indian Peninsular Plateau and also called as the Indian Plateau. You know the plateau. What is the plateau? Plateau is nothing but it is a top flat area with the steep slopes. It looks like a table, so we can also call it as the tableland. And what is peninsula? Peninsula is nothing but the land which is surrounded 3 sides of water is called peninsula. India is also surrounded by 3 sides of water. So we are calling it as the Indian Peninsular Plateau. This Indian Peninsular Plateau consists of crystalline and hard igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks. And it has the rich in mineral resources. Of course, it is dry land when we compare to the northern plains. Here, it has the boundaries. On the north, we have the Indo-Gangetic Plains. In the east, Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats, and in the south, the southernmost tip of the Kanyakumari. These are the borders of Peninsular Plateau. And again, the Peninsular Plateau is divided into 2 parts. The Narmada River is dividing this Peninsular Plateau into 2 divisions. The first one is the Northern Highlands and the second one is the Deccan Plateau. Northern Highlands have the border in the north with the Indo-Gangetic Plains, in the south with the Narmada River. And again, in Northern Highlands, in the west we have the Malwa Plateau, in the east we have the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Especially in the Northern Highlands, there are some rivers, small rivers, which are joining together Ganga and Yamuna River. For example, Chambal, Betwa, Son, these are the rivers, they are joining from this region to Ganga and Yamuna rivers. Then we take the Chota Nagpur Plateau. It is covered in the Jharkhand and some portions of the Chhattisgarh and Odisha. This Chota Nagpur Plateau, which is rich in mineral resource, it is also called as Rourkela of India. Rourkela is located in Germany, which has high mineral resources. So we are comparing with the Rourkela. So it is called as the Rourkela of Germany. And this Peninsular Plateau, the rivers are not perennial, which are originated from the Western Ghats. So the second crop in this area depends upon the rainfall and on the bore wells. Then we go to the Deccan Plateau. The northern border of Deccan Plateau is Narmada River or Satpura range, and to the east, Eastern Ghats, to the west, Western Ghats, and the south, the southernmost tip of the Kanyakumari. In the eastern portion of the Deccan Plateau, we have the Maikal, Mahadev and Kaimur range also. Western Ghats Western Ghats are higher than in the elevation. Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Generally, these are continuous. Only a few passes are there in this region, and these passes are used to enter into coastal plains. Western Ghats. Western Ghats are continuous range. It is continuous range. It has only some passes. These passes are used to enter into coastal plains, west coastal plains. And here it is the important for the origin of the peninsular rivers like Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. These are originated from the Western Ghats and they are flowing towards the east as the Peninsular Plateau is tilted towards the east. And the Nilagiri hills are joining these Western Ghats at Gudaluru. These Nilagiris have the one important hill station, Ooty. It is also called as Udagamandalam. And we have also some ranges in the Western Ghats, Palani Hills, Cardamom Hills, Annamalai Hills in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. In Nilagiri Hills, Dodabetta is the highest peak. Dodabetta is the highest peak in Nilagiri Hills. In Annamalai Hills, Anaimudi is the highest peak in the Annamalai Hills. And of course, Anaimudi peak is the highest peak in South India also. And next, Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats are lesser than the Western Ghats. Because of that, the peninsular land is tilted towards the east. And the rivers which are coming from the Western Ghats towards the east, they are cutting some mountain ranges and they are forming the deltas. Krishna Delta, Godavari Delta, Kaveri Delta, etc. they formed. These are not continuous due to that reason. And in Eastern Ghats, we have some ranges. Nallamalas, Velikondalu, Palakondalu, Sheshachalakondalu, etc. In Eastern Ghats, Aramakonda is the highest peak in Eastern Ghats. It is located in Chintapalli in Andhra Pradesh. One more important thing is about the soil of this Peninsular Plateau. It is a block soil formed by the volcanic activity. The Thar Desert. The Thar Desert is located westward of Aravalli Hills. Mostly it is covered in Rajasthan and in some portion of Haryana. It started from the Rann of Kutch from the Gujarat. Totally, this desert area is very hot and dry. We get the rainfall from 100 to 150 mm per year. And the days in the summer are very hot and nights are cool. In other seasons, days are warm, especially in the winter season, days are warm and the nights are very cold. And we have some rivers or small streams in rainy season. In next season, they will be disappeared. One important river is in this area is Luni, River Luni. And also we have the Indira Gandhi Canal. The water of Sutlej River is brought to the agricultural lands through this canal. It has the 650 kilometers. Longest canal in India. It is providing the water for the agriculture in these areas. And also we have, with the help of some streams in the rainy season, some oases are formed in the deserts. These are fertile lands. The people who are living near that oasis are growing the crops. They're growing the crops. And many women in these desert villages, they walk for kilometers to get the drinking water. Generally, in this desert region, they built their houses with the mud, with large thickness, and they have the small windows to avoid the heat from outside. And also they have the underground chambers to store the water in summer season. The plain land that lies along the coast is called coastal plain. We have the western coastal plain and eastern coastal plain. The west coastal plain is narrow and it is stretched between the Western Ghats to Arabian Sea. This western coastal plain starts from the Ran of Kutch to Kanyakumari, and this coastal plain is divided into three parts: northern parts, middle part, southern part. The northern part is called Konkan coast. It includes Maharashtra and Goa coastal areas. And the Canara coast, it includes the Karnataka coast. And third one is the Malabar coast. It includes the Kerala coast. This Malabar coast has also lagoons, backwaters. Eastern coastal plain. Eastern coastal plain lies in between the Eastern Ghats to the Bay of Bengal. So this coastal line, eastern coastal line, is wider than the western coastal plain. As we have the deltas formed by the Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, Mahanadi, this west coastal plain is wide and fertile. We are growing the paddy, sugarcane, cotton are some of the important crops we are growing in this region. The second fertile region, the first one is the Indo-Gangetic plain. After that, the second fertile region is the east coastal plains. And these east coastal plains has also local names. In Odisha, they are called as the Utkal coast, and in Andhra Pradesh, they are called as the Sarkar coast, and in Tamil Nadu, they are calling as the Coromandel coast. The specialty of these eastern coastal plains are, these coastal plains have the lakes. In Odisha, Chilka Lake, and in Andhra Pradesh, Pulicat and Kolleru lakes. The Andaman and Nicobar island is elevated from the mountain of Arakan Yoma, starts from the Myanmar. It is an elevated mountain area, submerged. It is elevated from the submerged mountain of Myanmar, Arakan Yoma. In Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the Barren and Narkondam Islands are volcanic origin. And the southernmost tip of India, Indira Point, this Indira Point was submerged during the tsunami in 2004. Fishing and farming are important occupations in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and rice is the main crop in this area. And the Lakshadweep Islands. The Lakshadweep Island is located in Arabian Sea. Lakshadweep is a group of islands in Arabian Sea. It is originated from coral reefs, and it is important for the variety of flora and fauna. And the geographical area of this Lakshadweep is only 32 square kilometers. And the main occupation in this region is fishing, and the coconut crop is very important crop in this region, and also the coir extracted from the coconut, and that type of industries are located in this region.